Hello and welcome back to another episode of Build and Battle Robocraft with Wibblebury. I am Wibblebury. This is my robot. It's a motorcycle. Got one wheel in the front and one wheel in the back. Two wheels. That's a motorcycle. Cockpit is removed right now so that these blocks don't turn red. I'm going to be replicating this ship over here so that you can learn how to build it. And at the end of the build, as always, I'll have a few matches. It's actually a really good robot, and this is the first robot where I paid attention to skirting, and I watched a couple of videos on it. I didn't actually know about skirting or what skirting was or that it even existed until a few days ago. Pretty much what it is, it's all about redirecting damage to parts of your ship that aren't that important, and you can do that by controlling what blocks are attached where. For example, if this green block here gets shot, it cannot transfer damage to this orange block directly. It would have to go through this way and around, or some other direction. It can't go straight down because this block is a prism and it's not touching this top part. If I were to change this to just a normal cube, you can see it's flush against the side of this prism and damage can be transferred straight down. So by skirting, by skirting, you can control which direction the damage goes, and therefore what parts of your ship blow up first when you're getting shot. And in this particular ship, there are two Tier 5 guns on the ship. I really don't want those to get destroyed, so I have these arms protected by these green bumpers, and the green bumpers are skirted around these orange arms so that the damage transfer cannot be transferred into the arm, but only around the arm and into the frame. The accessories you can probably mix and match, do whatever you want with, and you actually don't even have to use SMGs. I chose to use SMGs only because the motorcycle is really fast and you do a lot of turning and maneuvering around robots, and you don't want your guns to take a long time to adjust the way that they're facing. Plasma cannons take a really long time to rotate and turn and adjust to where you're aiming, and that's not something that I wanted to have to deal with. I want to be able to get in there, do my damage, kill my robots, and get out before I get nailed by a plasma cannon or a railgun. And so far it's worked pretty well, but again, you can choose to put anything else on here that you want. The framework is pretty much the only important part, and that's probably, some of it's probably optional and alterable as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. You're going to want to start with a 4x10 little wafer here. I elevated it 3 blocks up, so you have a 2-block clearance up off the floor. You can make it higher if you want. It's just what I did. Alright. And you're going to put trim on it all the way around. So, there's the wafer. Now you're going to want to stick your arms on. Count 2 in from the back and 2 in from the front. Or I should say 2 spaced, 3 in. And then get your cube, stick them on there. These are your arms that are going to hold your guns or your satellites or your jammers, whatever you want to put on there. You can stick them on, and these are going to be secure, just like the front ones, through skirting. These are going to have thrusters, so I'm going to remove those, and we're going to want to skirt these prisms underneath each of the arms, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Count out 2 from each one. You're going to want to delete this. That's the block that you're going to want to skirt. There. So what's going on here is these 3 blocks are all connected. They're all touching. But this block here is not touching the arm in either of these spots. So if this block gets shot, it'll transfer the damage this way or this way, not directly into the arm and blowing up my gun. It'll buy my gun some time. It won't make them last forever, obviously, but that's what skirting is. I do it again there. I'm going to do that on each side. So there's my skirts. I'm going to put my wheels in. And I chose to actually, let's skirt these first. These are going to get skirted as well. And the reason you do that is if this front bumper here gets hit, the damage goes around, up the side, and into the main frame instead of directly into the arm. So we're going to take a prism, stick it like that, and you're done. Damage can only go this way and around. And do the same thing over here. Like so. And do the same thing for the back. Now you can put your wheels in. And like I was saying before, I chose to alternate my wheels, so I've got one on the, is that the front of my ship? The front of the ship I have it on the right, and the back I put it on the left. You can probably do it on the same side, but I just thought my ship would sit better if I did them on opposite ends. I don't even know if it makes a difference, honestly. But something else you can choose is whether or not you want a steering wheel in the back. If you choose not to put a steering wheel, if you just put a regular wheel, you'll have less steering capabilities. Obviously, you won't be able to turn as sharply, but you'll also have more control. You won't spin out as easily. So it's just personal preference. I like this better. If you master it like this, I think you'll be a lot better off. But these are going to be facing downward, and you're going to hold shift while you're driving this motorcycle so that these thrusters push you against the ground, so you have less of a chance of flipping over. It helps you when you're going downhill, uphill, everywhere. So always hold shift. If you're on a straightaway and there's not a lot of bumps, you can let go. You might actually gain a little speed since you're not getting more friction against the ground. I actually don't know. I feel like I go a little faster, but again, that's up to you. On the main part, I put 2 facing forward and 2 facing forward in the front and the back, and then I'll do my backwards ones the same way on either side. The reason I split them up and don't do all the front, or all the forward thrusters in the front and all the backward thrusters in the back, is just in case the front of my ship gets blown up, I can still have forward and backward thrust. If I had all my front ones in the front and the front trunk got blown up, I would only be able to thrust backwards, and I would have less of a chance of surviving. So that's all the thrusters I use there. The cockpit is going to go right here. I'm just going to leave it off for now. Stick my radars on here. And the guns. Now, the next part is the bumper. And you connect the bumper with, what are these called? Triforces. Right here and in the front. It's also going to be connected here, and it's going to have some connections here. But none of those are touching the gun arms, you can see. Even this one's not touching the gun arm. The damage would have to be transferred down into this one and around the gun arm. So stick those on there. Those are your fasteners, what you're going to fasten the bumpers onto. And the reason you do these this way instead of the other direction like this is I wanted the front and back bumpers to be separate. So if the front bumper got blown off, take damage, the damage would not be transferred into the back and vice versa. So they's actually they're not touching right here. I know it looks like they are, but they're not. If you go underneath here, neither side is actually touching. So that's why I did it like that. And you can actually go as far as to separate all 4 corners if you were to divide these windows. But I think it looks cooler with the flat windows, so I didn't divide them. But you can do whatever you want. You can try it out. It might make you a little better. So then you take these. Stick them there. Prisms for your wheel wells. And I'm going to go ahead and stick these here. Okay. These are angled that way so that they're not touching, again, the arm block. but they still provide cover so you can't just shoot it from the side here.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had the front one different. Whoops. What was that? So the front, yeah, I really wanted the guns protected, so I actually skirted around the arms. Back here, I didn't worry about it. I just had the satellites attached to the top, so actually if these satellites get shot directly, they're going to explode immediately probably because they're only tier 1 and the damage is going to go straight down the arms. But I don't have anything else important attached to these arms, so it's all good. I don't really care. These front ones, though, are a different story. I really want them protected. So let's see here. My glass in first, might make this easier. These are going to be skirted downward, away from these arm pieces here. And this is where I was talking about, where it's attached to the front bumper on both sides. But that bumper is redirected around this arm, remember? So that's okay. Alright, that's the front bumper, all finished. Nope, I lied, it's not finished. Alright, there's the front bumper, all finished. Got the skirting around the gun. Everything's attached and good to go. Let me slap these on here while I'm thinking about it, so I don't forget. And finish up the back bumper. Okay, I believe that's the finished product. Let me do a once over. Oops, forgot the guns. Oh, and the lights. I always forget something. Alrighty. Let me get rid of this other one. I should be just below tier 4. I am above tier 4. Something's not right. Oh. There it is. Forgot to balance out the sides. I like to keep it balanced on both sides. If I remove a block to put a tire in, I remove a block on the other side as well, even if I'm not putting anything there. And the cockpit has a heavy chassis cube to counterbalance the weight of the cockpit, since it has to be off-centered. Speaking of cockpits, there we go. Big Black Jesus. on my team. I guess that's a good sign. Alright. I think I'm going to roll to the right here. Gotta remember to hold shift. And just tap left and right to move. Don't want to hold it, remember, because you'll spin out. Oh, sorry, wasn't paying attention. Just looking across the valley. I always hate it when people run into me, and I always do it to other people. Alright, what do we got up here?
Plasma hover spotted.
There we go. Scare him a little. Ooh, those shots. It's all going to be downhill from here. You're always going to want to be looking for places for cover to advance to. You never want to really stay in one spot, otherwise you get locked on by plasma cannon, just like that. Looks like we have a plasma cannon in the air. Have to deal with him in just a second. Get back a little bit. Alright, you little shit.
SMG tanks.
Die. Blow up. I think only my tier 2 gun's hitting. Get a different angle here. Whoa. Oh. Well, I guess the rest is up to Jesus. Ooh. Just focusing on Jesus now. It's good of him. Still haven't killed that guy. He's clinging like a turd. Alright. Big black Jesus on the other team. It's not good. What is that? Let's go check this thing out. Come back here. Whatever it is, it's fast. I am not sure what that is, actually. Let's not get distracted, though. Weed cannon. Blast me with that. Am I right? So the downside is you have to be facing your target with this, otherwise you don't get the bonus of both guns. But it's really maneuverable. You can see I can swivel right up against this mountain here. Whoop. Gotta help weed cannon really quick. Gotta help myself really quick. Get around behind this guy. He's really beefy. I think he probably is gonna beat me. I can get out of here. Oh, my team's moving in on him. There he goes. Hold shift. Landed it. Oh. Direct hit to my back tire. Not good. I have quite a few thrusters on this though, so I still have decent movement. It's just gonna be hard to control. That guy's gonna get away from me. And what is that? What's with these strange ships this match?
Plasma tank spotted.
Swivel over to him. Maybe he was damaged. Lost a wing or something.
SMG hover spotted. Ring drone spotted.
Well, not the greatest motorcycle match, but I'm not dead. Yet. Oh yeah. How's there a healer? Is this tier 3? Just have one gun. It's hilarious. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for healing. Yeah, give me that back tire back. Oh, run. still cares about me. And I'm off. Thank you. I love healers. Such a good addition. Good job, devs. Guys have got some beef. There it is. Some cap on. Is that the last guy? Yeah.
SMG tank spotted.
I'm just gonna go get him. Do what I do best. Hit and run. Oh.
Alrighty, round 3. Hope it's a good one. Got my victory bonus back. Hopefully we can take advantage of that. Let's rock and roll. Over to the left here. I'm excited. Oh, too excited. A little spin out there. That's what I'm talking about though. If you hold down the button, you lose control. Just give it a little tap. Sticking with the team. Can't go wrong. Oh yeah. Let this guy go first. Schlong Johnson. Schlong Johnson going balls deep. Oh, he's pulling out their team. Let's take advantage of that. Oh, he's back into teammates. Come on. Peekaboo. Oh, this guy wants it. You want it? You got it. Flank 13. Do some bobbing. Ooh, that was mighty close. Let's get him. Oh. Actually, it's terrible when you hold down the button. I don't know, it's either for me burst, fire, or drive. Not both. So if I'm driving, I have to hold down the button. It's just the way it is. Ooh, that was close. It'd be cool if he had collision damage. Don't know how hard that would be to program, probably pretty hard. But that would be cool. Clipped him. Oh, those shields, man. Hate him. Did you see that turn? That's the only plus side about being so unstable with turning. So you can do a J turn really easily. I think that's what that's called. Alright, let's finish this. So my tier 5 gun survived. I'd like to think that's from the skirting. I would imagine it is. Ooh, let's do a J turn.